Hello everyone again to Living Ethically on a Budget. I'm just going to show you how to make homemade, fairly cheap yogurt and kefir. So here we go. Now I'll show you what I'm using. Now what I'm using, I've actually gone and bought an Easy Yo yogurt maker. Okay, now the reason I've done that is because it's kind of nicer than using a thermos flask, because I find when you use a thermos flask, you know, the idea of using a thermos flask to make yogurt and having to wash it out and have hot drinks isn't so nice. But also this is just a nice good size. With the Easy Yo, if you buy it, you're supposed to then buy all sachets of culture and flavours, which gets quite expensive and obviously quite dependent on the makers then. So cheeky me, I've just bought the yogurt maker and I'll show you how to do your own without using any of the sachets, and you can make it much cheaper, and you can actually make, avoid the sugary flavoured versions. Okay, so an Easy Yo yogurt maker, what it is, it's essentially like an incubating cylinder. 1 minute, just put this down while I lift the. It's got a stand inside. So what you do is when you're making it, if you can see, you put boiling water up to a low line down there. Then this stand goes in, and your milk, when it's been heated and got your culture in, stands in there. Okay. So first of all, I'll show you how you're going to make kefir. So kefir is a bit different to yogurt. It's quite a bit stronger and it's got much more probiotic properties. So it's much more protective if you've got diarrhea after antibiotics, so you're going to have strong antibiotics and that kind of thing. There's not that much evidence on it available in the UK at the moment, because most of the evidence is on just pure probiotics, which is more the kind of stuff you're looking at as what's in yogurt. Now in kefir, you've got a colony of bacteria which is way stronger and more resilient than what's in yogurt. So apparently, I don't know if this is true firsthand, this is what I've been told, apparently the cultures in yogurt only stay alive in your body for about 24-48 hours. This is really hard to kill and it's quite resilient. I think it's left-sided bacteria or something, the opposite side to yogurt. So it's kind of much stronger. The downside is because it's quite strong, you're not meant to eat too much of it, and you might find it's too strong for you, and it can even bung you up. But if you're going to India or somewhere, then eating some of this before you go, I found in the past it can protect you. But it's a balance if you don't want to go the wrong way. So with kefir, first of all, it is different in terms of the heating. So what I'm using is the Easy Yo comes with, the set comes with some 1 litre yogurt pots, which are BPA free as well, which is a big benefit. So it's about 1 litre. So I get doorstep milk now, which is good for the farmer. They get a better price, handy for me, saves plastic. So in a Pyrex jug, I will heat the milk. Now when you're making kefir, you only need to heat it to a very low temperature. Now body temp's 37.4, so it's actually lower than that. So obviously this has been in the fridge, it'll be fairly cold. If you put about 1 litre in the Pyrex jug, then it's 2 minutes on 4 gets it almost perfectly to the temperature you need, which is 32 degrees Celsius, not Fahrenheit, but Celsius. Okay, so you can get cooking thermometers cheap from most supermarkets. Can't get an ethical one yet. If you did, it'd be quite expensive. So this is one I got. It's only about £4-6 or something. You can change your units between Celsius and Fahrenheit. Obviously in the UK, kind of used to Celsius. Okay, so don't get confused. It will make a massive difference. If you get the temp wrong, you'll ruin it. Okay, and then you waste your money. Okay, so obviously you're gonna blitz it in the microwave. It is about 2 minutes for a litre, and then you need to get the temp. When I did 2 minutes, it was like perfectly on 32, I think, unless I did another 30 seconds. So once you've got it at 32, if it's hotter, you're going to need to let it cool to about 32, give and take maybe 2 or 3 degrees either side. Okay, what you're going to do is then, so this is Yo Valley kefir. It's if you use the kefir you use, it has to be live. So this is live, it's just plain, it's not flavoured. If you buy some of the Polish brands, depending on what section, if it's been baked, so if it's baked kefir, or if it doesn't say that it's live on it, it's no good, okay, because there's no live bacteria. It's been baked and the bacteria is dead, okay. You need to be live or it won't work, okay. So you only need about 2 tablespoons in the litre. Because I bought this, I put half the jar in, but you didn't need that much, okay. And then in your Easy yogurt maker, you're going to put the boiling water to the line, you stand in, and then you're going to put your yogurt maker, your yogurt pot in. Now with kefir, the difference between yogurt and kefir, with kefir it needs the air, so you're not going to screw the lid on, you're just going to put it on. You need to remember that when you get out so you don't spill it everywhere. You put it on. Now what I've done, this is the first time I made kefir in this, you can just put kefir on the side. It does quite well, it doesn't have to be in an incubator, but I just have, and then I did actually screw this on. And you leave it 24 hours. You could taste it at 24 hours, and you can leave it 48. And then you've got your kefir. Now this has been going about 24 hours. You can leave it longer depending on how tart you like it and how strong you want it to be. So this is kind of thickened up. It's probably not overly. It's fairly thick actually. Okay, and that's your kefir. And that'll keep for, I would say, at least a week, maybe 2 in the fridge. Okay. If you're doing yogurt, it is different. You don't want to get it mixed up, okay? And again, the temperatures are important. If you get them wrong, you're going to waste the milk you've used and it's not going to work. So with yogurt, again, you're going to go for a litre in the Easy yogurt maker. Again, we're not using the sachets that Easy sell. We're doing it ourselves, okay? Once you get this going, obviously you don't need to keep buying yogurt and kefir. You can just use some of what you've got left. So don't leave it too long before you make more. You know, so it gets quite economical. So again, you put a litre of this, of milk in, and then if you're making yogurt, you need to heat to 82 degrees Celsius, okay? So not Fahrenheit, Celsius. It needs to get to at least that to kill the bugs you don't want in there, because the yogurt culture is much weaker than kefir and it needs much less competition. So to 82 degrees C. If you get too hot, well, 82 degrees C it has to be to at least, okay? So again, you're going to use your thermometer. Once it's at 82, you're going to cover it. So I use one of these silicone things, so you don't want flies or crumbs or dust in it. Then you're going to have to keep checking every now and then. So maybe it takes half an hour or something like that. And it needs to cool down to 46 degrees C, give or take 2 or 3 degrees, okay? You don't want it to go lower, really, than 46. It needs to be on 46, because that's when you're going to add your yogurt culture. So this time, so we've got our... We've waited, we've got our milk to 46 degrees C, again degrees Celsius, not Fahrenheit. You're going to add again about 2-3 tablespoons, obviously not kefir this time, it's yogurt. So again, I tend to go, you need a live yogurt. Okay, I go for Yo Valley generally, but you can use any live yogurt. Not just go for the plain, you don't need a flavoured obviously. And it's going to go in there. This time with the yogurt, remember with kefir, don't screw the lid on kefir. With yogurt, you can screw it tight. Again, you'll have put your boiling water to the line in the Easy incubator with a stand, and you're going to put it in, and you're going to put your lid on. And actually with yogurt, it's only about 12 hours, so you can leave it 24 if you want. And then obviously with kefir and yogurt, you're going to put it in the fridge. Okay, so that way, once you get it going, as long as you don't do it wrong, and you're not leaving, once you've got your yogurt, your kefir made, you're not leaving like 2 or 3 weeks when it's kind of going off and getting a bad culture or mould on the top. You can just keep it going then. What you need to, what's come to my attention when buying fruit yogurts and that, is you maybe don't realise, I mean, yogurt's meant to be quite healthy. Actually, the fruit and flavoured ones at probably your shop, but they've got loads and loads of sugar in. So like as much sugar as, say, a cordial, or it's a lot. It's like maybe 15, 16, or at least 12 grams of sugar per 100 grams, which is quite a lot, okay? So really, I would try and avoid that. What I would do... if you want fruit, I would say it's much healthier, not necessarily cheaper, but much healthier. I would just buy frozen fruit. If I've got any, yeah. So I buy this, like, frozen fruit. And just put some frozen, when you've made it, you know, put some frozen fruit in the bottom of a bowl, have your kefir or yogurt on top, and a really nice snack. You can add some flaxseed oil, some cinnamon, and it's great, much healthier, and I love the taste of this. I don't miss the sugar, and it's so much better for you, because really the fruit yogurt's very bad for you, particularly if you've got diabetes. Now they're saying sugars associated with causing heart disease due to the inflammation it causes in the arteries and encourages plaque formation with the cholesterol plaques. So there we go. So try that. I had to make that one tonight because I'd just done the kefir. So I had to make this other video. So I might leave that a bit longer, actually, another 12 hours. So let me know how it gets on. Okay, thanks. Bye.